starting way back in, broadcasting school when I got started at the school just because I was doing music, and I found out about the school through somebody that was a student, and the student, he pretty much had a radio show within the school because it was a part of graduating from the school. You either had to have a radio show for a couple of months or go into like the editing and film aspects for a couple of months, like in the field type of work. And I ran into him at just a corner store. At the time, I would sell CDs outside of the store because I was doing music. And before I would sell a CD to somebody, I would like do like a freestyle for him. And he heard the freestyle, he bought the CD, and it was like, hey, you should come stop by my radio show. The radio show ended up being a broadcasting school, and at the school, like I immediately like signed up on the spot, like right after I did the interview with them. And my goal going into it was like, hey, I'm gonna learn the ins and outs of the business, figure out how to get my stuff on the radio, get my music out there. But my message and my purpose just changed immediately when I enrolled at the school and started, going through the program and going through the courses and learning the business, learning about, how to get stuff out there, the ins and outs, production, editing, script writing, screen writing, logging footage, editing, the whole nine. And I was like, wow, this is really cool. I really fell in love with the process of, creating something from scratch, taking a piece of footage and turning that into a completed video, or taking a piece of audio and turning that to a jingle or a song or a commercial. And at the time, I didn't really use that. I call it like, I just didn't really use that to my best abilities, because what I would do was I'd say it was like ignorant music at the time, and I had to like edit at the school because at the time I didn't have like the editing equipment at home, and the school's hours were like they had really good hours. They were open till like 9 p.m. So after class, I would just stay after class and like edit like until like 9 o'clock and go home, come back, be one of the first people there, edit, stay there. And then that was good work ethic, but it wasn't going towards like the best purpose. And so people would hear about, hey, so Chawn's always like staying after school, like like using the equipment and editing and like doing stuff. So it's like, let's see what he's doing. And so some of the alumni came and was like, and they saw what I was like editing, and it was like vlogs like in the neighborhood, and not like the best neighborhoods. And so it was like, this is what you're putting out to the world. This is what they expect from you. I was like, yeah, this is what I'm putting out. And I was like, I got a little defensive about it because I was really excited about it because all of the work and the hours I was putting into my craft and like making it good, and because it was starting to get, the buzz was starting to grow like around like the neighborhood, and people were like talking about it and sharing the videos a lot. And then, so I was really excited about it. But when they left, and when I went home that night, I started to wonder like, wow, this is, like, is this what I want to be putting out to the world? Because, content has power, and somebody's seeing this and it's affecting them in one way or the other, so I really thought long and hard that night. And from there, I wrote like a motivational like song, and like the next day I recorded the video for it, and it just felt really good. And not only did it feel good, when I put it on the internet, it did really good. It did better than all of the other videos that I was doing at the time. And I felt like, wow, this maybe is what I should be doing. And from that point, I really locked in on creating like all motivational content. It started with the music, just motivational music, but then I got out of music and started doing like little skits. And from those skits, I started doing like little short films. And from those, people started asking me to like film stuff and edit stuff for them. And then over time, I just started building more of a niche within like motivational content, like editing, like just doing motivational stuff for people, just little edits and filming little stuff. And that was helping me build like on Instagram and, YouTube, built a YouTube channel. And a speaker pretty much reached out one day, like, how could we collaborate? How could we connect? How could we work together? And I didn't really know, but with my background in production, I was like, hey, just send me a speech and I'll edit it for you. Send me a speech. They sent me the speech. I thought it was like a really good speech. I had consumed some motivational content like outside of what I was doing, like just to get some motivation, of course. But from there I was like, wow, like this would be really cool if I could like get another speech and put with this, so it could be kind of like a song featuring a speaker and a speaker. And from there, I reached out to a bunch of speakers on the internet, and it turned into a collaborative project of speakers in like 12 countries from here to Somalia. And one of those speakers asked, like they found value, of course, and I was just doing, I didn't make any money off of that. I was just creating, and just because me, I'm the type, I get an idea, I have to go all in with it. Like I'm all in with it. No matter what, even if it's running full speed in the wrong direction, I'm all in, like I'm going, I just go. So I was just doing that with that project again, and then that turned into speakers finding value. Like, hey, this sounds really cool. This is a really good tool for me. I can use this in a variety of ways. So what would it cost to have my own speaking album? Is that what you call it? What would it cost to have my own album created? And from there, I started to put a business model with it pretty much, and started like, okay, so how do I price this? What actually is this? What is the speaking business? What is a motivational speaker? Like how do they get paid? Like what is it? Like what is the industry about? So I started to look at the speaking industry with the music industry eye, and then started to bridge some of those aspects of how a musician would market theirself along with their template for creating a song. And just with different techniques, you know, grassroots, some stuff I of course won't say you gotta work with me, but it just really started to kind of keep going and going and going. And you know, fast forward, you know, I'm working with some of the top speakers in the game. One of my clients literally, I think if he's not the first speaker, he's just second or third to ever have a gold speaking album. His album literally just went gold as a motivational speaking album. That's 500,000 streams on a motivational speaking album. So the market is there for it. He uses that to leverage and to get different opportunities. He's traveled all across the world. He has a new video out coming soon, just to announce that it just hit gold, and edited that. I'm excited about that. It'll probably be dropping pretty soon, probably tomorrow when I get home today and finish, you know, do the last little bit of editing. But yeah, it'll be really cool, and it's really good to see what, you know, speaking can do, what speaking could do for you, what speaking could do for other people. I call it's like legacy work. It's legacy work. You're creating something, you're gonna impact somebody's life, you could change somebody's life, you could just really change the entire trajectory of their life and even your life, because you could even consume your own content. Because a lot of times when I was starting out, just even some of the posts that I was making, like some of the positive posts, whether it's on Instagram, Facebook, or, you know, Twitter, I was speaking to myself a lot of times, you know, stuff that I needed to hear at the time. And working with people, it's the same. You know, if you don't know who you're speaking to, just speak to yourself as you're building out your content, as you're building out your material, and then your audience and your tribe is going to come from that, from everybody that's just like you. And went off on a tangent a little bit. I just pretty much just sat down in front of the camera, started talking. But you know, Motivator music, I'm excited. I'm excited for the future. I'm getting a little emotional right now, because just think about, you know, everything and the world where everything's at. We got COVID going on, and we need positive voices right now. We need leaders. We need people that can really step up and, you know, do something. And, you know, positive voices have never been needed, you know, more than, you know, today. You can create something, and somebody in Italy can be inspired by it, and you would never know. You would never know how you could affect somebody just off creating something and put it out. Even if you're just getting 10 views, like those are 10 actual views. 10 people consumed that. Even if it's 5 people that watched it twice, you could have just changed 10 people's lives. Just changed some lives. Let's get it.